Hey.
Hey, big guy, how are you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. How about you?
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm
Perfect.
good.
Perfect.
We're, I
What's right?
just we're a little bit behind schedule.
Uh, I totally messed up with timings. I tried artificial intelligence. I tried some searching machines. Some say that in UK it will be 14. Some say that it will be 15. Though it's 3 a.m. I'm totally messed up with timing because of summertime, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, no worries, no worries. We're here now, Mo. Hey, we're here now, my man.
All right, perfect. Or okay, very good. Uh, Quick jump inside the topic. Are you believe in vampires?
Am I what?
Are you believe in vampires?
Do I believe in vampires? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's just get your teeth into, is it not?
What?
Oh, I'm quick today, Mo. I'm quick today. Oh man. But do I believe in vampires? There's some blood suckers out there, though, isn't there? Yeah, yeah. I think I'm
Yes.
gonna go with yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
And I say in industry, we don't just deal with physical hazards, we also deal with human hazards. And today we will talk about energy vampires. Have you ever worked with someone who literally sucked the life out of you after every conversation?
Oh man, Mo, I call these people Hoovers, right?
Mm,
Now, some people they've just have that where they just suck the energy and life out of you, and you finish talking with them, and you're just it's going round and round in your head and thinking, when are you gonna stop talking? And people's got that natural ability just to drain the life out of you.
like Dracula.
Dracula, mate. Yeah, Hoovers. That's what I call them. Morale Hoovers.
How can you tell the difference between a difficult person or a real energy vampire? What's the difference?
Hello. That's another good question. You're full of good questions this afternoon. Yeah, you're full of good questions.
Thank you.
I can tell the difference. Well, yeah, I think you just get that inclination, don't you? You know, when you've been in this industry for a while, whatever time frame that meets, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, or even longer, you get to know the traits and characteristics of people, right? You
Yeah.
and you just people are very optimistic. Some people are pessimists, and um, yeah, and you just get to see that. You see it very early on when you meet somebody. You know what
Never
it's
ending
like. As soon as you
complaints.
exactly, it's you get introduced to somebody new. You do all the introductions, handshakes, whatever it looks like, um, and then within a couple of minutes you forgot their name, and you're
Uh-huh.
thinking, what's happening again? Because you're that, aren't you? You're looking at everything. You're looking at the person's face, body language, how they're interacting with you, eye contact, all that sort of stuff, and you've forgotten their name.
Yes.
One of
Uh,
those things, isn't it? You're constantly assessing. You're dynamically assessing, aren't you? You're looking at the you're looking at the pit. Are they a threat? Are they what I mean by a threat? Are they better looking than me? Yeah.
they're on
Are they
their
better?
own, on their mind, on their own mind, something.
Exactly. It's always got a funny nose, or don't like the teeth, or don't like their hair, or do you know what I mean? You're assessing,
Something like that. Yes.
yeah, and I think as people, right, and that's just not me being Dan or anything like that. It's we naturally do that as people, and you hear on all the corporate pages and all this sort of stuff, and oh, you don't judge a book by its cover, and absolutely right. You give people time. You judge people on their actions, right, and not what they look like or how they speak or what they're wearing. Um, I
Assessment, initial assessment.
but I can't help it. So is that saying, isn't it? First impressions last, that stuff.
Yes, it stocks.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. Absolutely, it does. But yeah, we're busy people, Mo, aren't we? We're busy people.
running everywhere, trying to get something, trying to deliver his complaint.
Yeah. Exactly, mate. And we're almost like workplace superheroes. Well, we are workplace superheroes, right? To a certain degree, sometimes when, certainly in the past and more recently, because we not a resource issue, but we've got a lot of, the volume of work we got coming in at the minute. It's really busy, yeah. So we've got to try and manage our resource accordingly. But yeah, we do feel like that, don't we? We're running around, we're trying to please people, we're trying to help people, but sometimes, we totally forget about ourselves, right?
Ourselves. Yes, totally.
We,
Our energy, our time.
exactly. So, I think, well, I believe, yeah, I believe sometimes we have to disappoint others to please ourselves, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
somehow.
we can't continue. We can't continually run around, move around, whatever you want to refer to it, fly around. And for me, I like to do something right. I like to do it to a
Yes.
certain like
Yes, the certain way.
certain way. And if I can't deliver that promise or deliver that service, let's call it a service,
Hold
then
your word.
we'll
Yes.
kick back on it. I will say, well, I'm sorry, I can't do that at the minute because I ain't got enough resource, time, energy, blah blah blah. But I will when I have the resource to do it, and that's just
Yes.
the way I am, And if you're not happy with that response, then well, that's your problem. That's not my problem. I just can't do it in a minute.
After, in at some point in our life, in our work experience, we are doing this type of sacrifices too much. We are doing this in our mind, like it's a little bit sacrifice. Okay, I will do it. It's a little bit sacrifice. Okay, I will do it. And after that, unfortunately, after some point, people start to think that that's your initial mode. You will do anything. You will do everything. You will run after any any of their asking and trying to do more than you're capable inside yourself. And you're doing this, you're doing that, you're listening him, you're listening to her, you're reacting to this complaint, you're reacting to that complaint. And after some point, you realize you don't have even an energy to stand up from the chair, to move your body from the point A to the point B, and you don't know
Yeah,
what is happening, exactly what is happening. And if you will go back to your past, maybe not even you don't need even go back to years ago, maybe a week ago, what you promised, what you got, the overloaded task over you. Yeah, maybe it's a week ago, maybe it's 2 days ago, you got a overloaded task and try to deal with it, and even it's not your job. It's you must think what I'm doing bad for myself. Yeah, it's the saying, if I'm happy, you're happy. Yes, but we
yeah,
are sacrificing our happiness to make others happy. Somehow safety professionals forget about their own life to make safer life of others.
yeah. And that's it. We almost self sabotage, right? We almost self
Yes,
sabotage
yes, good word.
to satisfy others, right? That because I think it's naturally, health and safety professionals, whatever, health, safety, security, equality, whatever hat we're wearing at the time, right? It is in our DNA. Want to be able to help people, right? So,
Yes,
and this
the
is how I
DNA. Nice.
and this is how I sort of try and articulate and explain it. If I can't devote 100%, right, to help somebody, and I can't do it properly, then I'm actually not helping them, right? I'm not.
Mm,
I'm not helping. I can't give them my full focus, my energy. I can't give them the 10 tokens that I want to be able to give them, right? I'm short. Basically, I'm shortchanging people. Um, and that's the way I look at it. So I explain that. I says, look, I can't help you at the moment. What I can do, give me 2 hours, give me 2 days, whatever, or next week, and you get my undivided attention.
Yes, that's right.
It's like speaking on the phone, right? You're speaking on the phone, and you're saying, right, okay, okay, what is
Uh,
it? What is it? Right, okay, right. To close the door behind you, that type of thing,
yes.
and really sensitive, right? People really are sensitive, whether they are a big hairy arse scaffolder
Uh-huh.
or female or recruitment or
Or junior,
whatever it may be,
maybe a junior. Yeah, understood.
yeah, junior. And can you imagine if you're in your office, right, and you're on the phone, somebody comes in, you go, yeah, what is it? What do you want? Right, is that it? Right, right, okay. You know, you're not delivering a service to them,
Multitasking, multitasking.
and it's not, it's counterproductive sometimes, mate. It's counterproductive. Um,
But it's
and
hurtful.
that's exactly how I see it.
But it's hurtful for ourselves. We are getting things like we are Supermans. You talked about DNA, and I thought about one thing. If you watch the Marvels, Captain America, it's in movies they are adding some DNA tests or adding some progressive. I don't even remember they are doing some progressive tests on a very little kid, and he's becoming a very big guy with big muscles. And in movies, actually in the superhero movies, they are trying to tell us that there is someone, always someone will help us to deal with our problems. Like you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that problem, you don't need to solve this problem. And actually in the workplace, as you mentioned, quality, health, environment professionals are themed like this
Yeah,
heroes that you can deliver them your problems, that you can deliver to them your issues, some riddles. They will do it, they will hang it, they will resolve it somehow. They are not the magicians. That's why, because I asked if you believe in vampires, because some people think that we are magical creatures that will deal with everything, solve every problems, make workplaces absolutely safe. Not even a little finger will be bite by anything. So that's impossible. We are giving our time, energy, and at some point we don't even recognize that we are
no,
getting our own vampires.
absolutely, Bo. Absolutely, 100% agree with that, mate. 100% agree with that. I'm just taking some notes there as well.
Oh, thank
Um,
you.
yeah. Just taking some notes because we can always cherry pick something, right? We can always cherry pick something out of a conversation. So
Perfect.
absolutely, yeah. I think I just go. I go back to that self sabotage piece, because we're almost, it's like death by a thousand cuts. Death by a thousand cuts. That's what it is, isn't it? We're almost self harming when we're agreeing to anything and bloody everything. And yeah, we're almost like a loaf of bread, a loaf of bread in a supermarket. We're getting prodded, we're getting poked, picked up, put down, and all that, that carry on. That yeah, it's a complex thing being in the safety profession, isn't it? It's not just you know cut and shut. If you work in a council, you work. I don't know if you're a joiner or something like that. You work in construction. Normally, it's pretty straightforward. You've got a brick to lay, or you're putting up some plasterboard or cabling. Straight bloody forward. We don't know what we're going to get through the door, do we? We don't
Yeah.
know what we're going to get. We'll be working on an office DSE assessment. Next minute, we're carrying out cost assessments. But 10 minutes later, we're working on contract, management contractor controls or permit to work. And tomorrow we might walk into an accident that's happened overnight, and then we got to do an investigation. Look at what we got in front of us, look at the information, perform a bit of an investigation, or we even lead an investigation where we got to bring
And you're
together.
burned.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then everything that you thought that you didn't have time, you almost find this time and money to do it anyway.
You
You
know,
know?
when yes, when you're holding some brick, let's imagine that you're holding one brick in your hands. Yep. If you will take another brick to another hand, so that's making you're holding two bricks in one of each hands. And if someone will put third brick up on the here, you're holding them one brick, second brick, third brick, and someone running and giving you the fourth brick. Someone coming and give you the fifth brick, and this getting you down, getting you back. You're seeing, you say, oh, hold on. I cannot take five bricks at a time. Take it to yourself. Take your own bricks with
Over.
yourself. I can take only two bricks. That's my limit. But in psychological level, but in how can I say mental level, we cannot see these bricks. We cannot see how much we are loaded with people, with vampires around, with toxic uh, employers. Somehow think that they will not do their job properly and they will leave as they go. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually a couple of years ago, right? I had a good conversation, right, with one of my. It wasn't one of my colleagues, co-workers. It was somebody from another department, right? For whatever reason, I think I was working on. In fact, I was looking to work with another department, right, trying to understand the project management side of things. You know, the life cycle of things and the stages and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I spoke to this speaking to this and basically they had sustained quite a significant brain injury, right?
Yeah.
And you know they're on medication and sort of managing their own condition. And they said to me, Dan, I've got 10 tokens per day.
Hmm.
10 tokens. I'm like, right, okay, well, where's this going? And says, I got 10 tokens this day. And what I do is when they have, certain projects and they meet it and they finish it, that's one token, right? So obviously, when they get to that 10 tokens, they pack in and they log off because
Hmm.
they just understand, they know their own condition and how they need to manage it. And yeah, they says once I reach my 10 tokens, that's my limit. I ain't doing no more.
Uh-huh.
I think that's brilliant, mate. I think that because
Yes.
the condition that they had now was it affected them pretty badly in the terms of like really bad migraines and stuff, and they
Yes.
can almost feel it when it's coming on, And I think that's a
Yes. The
body brain
self-awareness.
self-awareness, mate, self-awareness, self-reflection, and self-regulation, right?
Yes.
Where you can, if you with leaders like you and I and our brilliant audience, yeah, we know when to put the foot on the gas, right, and speed up.
Yes.
But what a lot of leaders and professionals struggle with is knowing when to take the foot off the gas, move over in the slow lane,
Yes. We don't have
move over.
breaks.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. Just move over, change down the gears, let the body do the work, and then let the young guns take over.
Yeah.
There's a time there's times where we know when to lead, and then we know when to follow,
When and when to lift. Leave.
and
Yes.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I want to share one update in my life, actually, with you and with our audience, of course. I left my
Please.
workplace when I was been for 70 years, and now I'm independent expert, unemployed.
Yeah.
And after I'm getting out, I felt like some people said me that you will not forget this place ever. But when I made my first free step out from this workplace, I felt like even nothing exists inside of me.
Yeah.
And as you think, some people writing the LinkedIn posts that, oh, I'm so grateful for this guy, I'm so grateful for this workplace. But I thought, I checked myself, I made self-assessment. It's been a month. It's been a month now, and I'm feeling that I don't have anything inside to be grateful, to be happy with. And I think this something about taking a break. It's hitting the brakes. At some
Yeah.
point, you just don't realizing that you're in which pedal your leg is, your foot is, in which pedal is the gas or it's a brake, but the road is road is going and going and going. At some points, it's the view is blurred. After so
Yeah.
much time, you're hitting the gas, the view is blurred. You don't know what are you doing. You don't know why are you doing this. And your what and your why is not crossing between, and there is nothing between them. And I just quit. Just stopped, hit the handbrake, and moved out the car. I left the car now. Now I'm just on my foot. I'm looking around. I'm feeling the fresh air in my hair, as the princess said, from the Disney princess said,
Yeah,
Jane
yeah, yeah,
Fonds.
yeah,
Uh, and I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And if from my own experience, if I could take more breaks, if I could take more self time, if I could resist and if I could say more no's to some tasks, to some people, to some vampires, I don't think that I will left this
yeah,
place, and maybe I will be much more happier, much more calmer,
yeah,
and much more energized to continue in what
yeah.
I love.
But do you know what? Do you know what, Mo? I think this is maybe for another podcast, right? Talking about whether we want to use the phrase or well, the term burnout, what a corporate burnout or just life burnout, whatever we want to use, right? It was
Mhm.
about 4 years ago. Was it 26 now? 22, 23? No, yeah, about 4 years ago, where
Mhm.
I was in a very good job. Yeah, well paid, good people around me. But you just know when they're not your type of people, right?
Yes, yes, not
You,
your
you,
circle.
you not your circle, right? And and it and this it may, I take some responsibility for this, right? Anyway, cut a long story short, I left that job, right? I left that job because I felt that it was a very, very academic tribe,
Ah,
right? A very, very
ah,
academic tribe, yeah. And did I feel inferior? Did I feel inadequate? Did I feel like I was under a microscope, being closely watched? Yes. And or was
oh,
that
that's
just my
bad.
perception? Yeah, yeah. Was that just my view? No, I don't think it was, because the work that I was producing, I never felt it was good enough for
Ah,
what they were after. So maybe I was in the wrong job. I don't know. Maybe I spoke myself into a job that I wasn't capable of doing. Who knows? Who knows? I got on well with the people. Yeah. So culturally, I don't think I was a good fit, but socially, I was holding my own. Right. I can generally get on with all types of people. Right.
yes,
Generally, and whether they're my cup of tea or not. Um, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I think we all end up in jobs sometimes where they're just not our people. It's like I said, if I do a full circle here, it's like I said at the
yes,
start. As you go
yes,
into a workplace, as soon as you meet somebody, you're assessing them, right? Everything, you're being scanned. You're like a robot, right?
yes,
You're scanning up
yes,
and
sir, no,
down.
sir, yes, sir, no, sir.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. Um, and yeah, they just wasn't my tribe, mate. So I
Yes,
actually left that job.
I'm
I
totally with
left that
you.
job,
I
but
totally with
but
you.
I actually learned a lot from that job. I was learning, and I was unaware that I was actually learning, because now, Nora, I can see my skill set coming out there, because the attention to
Hmm.
detail that I learned from that job
Uh-huh,
was probably the most attention to detail, and I'm talking in report writing. I thought I was generally quite a good report writer anyway.
uh-huh,
So from like a grammar, from a grammar from a grammar point of view, grammatical. Is that a word? Grammatical. I don't really
Cambridge
know.
level, Cambridge
Yeah,
CA
yeah.
theory levels.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Anyway, so my punctuation and grammar, and the way I'd written and writing reports, my skill set is blown out of the water. It's far better now than what it
Yes,
ever has been. All because I was in a room with people far more intelligent and
yes,
capable than myself from an academical point of view.
all
Um,
right.
but you put some of these people in a social setting, and they fucking crumble.
Hmm.
They crumble. They just can't operate. They're overwhelmed. Their brain
No,
their brain can't take in all the information. But whereas I think I thrive in a social setting.
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like it's like Tetris, playing Tetris. You're putting some
yeah, yeah,
details between each other and you can see they somehow fits, somehow not fits. And if you feeling that you're going in some way by putting this detail inside the whole block. If you will not
yeah,
fit, you choose to try another place. And maybe inside the old type of peoples have this sixth sense. How can I say the sixth
yeah,
sense?
yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking with a human being, you're talking with a guy or a girl, this doesn't matter. And you're feeling that he's or she's doesn't understanding you deep inside. Yeah, maybe he's saying, yeah, that's right, I'm with you, I'm hearing with you, I'm here for you.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
this
yeah,
all learned phrases from some coaches, from some books, from some assessments. Yeah, tell this is the mental health. You shouldn't show your uninterested form, and don't say no if someone talking to you. This all are trainings, but deep inside you're feeling that this guy is not understanding you. This girl is not understanding, not getting what you're talking to. Yeah, like you're telling about yellow, she thinks or he thinks about red, and nothing from getting out of the mouth. It's only some type of academically, what you're saying, academically learned. This is not
yeah,
something about the feelings, it's something about the brain stuff. So it's getting, you know, I don't like it. I like when I've been listened. I like when I've been understood. I like this
yeah,
type
yeah,
of people when I can call, I can allow in my to my inside inner circle like you.
yeah.
That's great. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
it's great.
yeah. Yeah, I think throughout our careers, we go through bumps in the road. It's never linear, right? It's never straight, is it? We
No, never.
sometimes we've got to come off the slip road to, go 10 miles back to come back on, in the direction of travel. But hey, it's one of them, and I just accepted it that. But now I believe that I found my tribe. I found my people. I found,
That's
even though it's
perfect.
challenging, it's absolutely challenging, and it is Moe. But I think I found it now. I think I found it.
It's like finding a big treasure for our pirates.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
the question is it possible to change an energy vampire? Or is there any real solution to limit contact as much as possible?
You know what? I think it's all about you. And again, I'm going to go the long way about this, right? In
Hmm.
in today's world on LinkedIn, social media, it's a massive market, right, for
Yes.
psychological safety, self-improvement behaviors, being able to identify a certain personality, character trait, whatever. Everybody's a flipping psychologist now, right? Um,
Yes.
and people say, "Yeah, I'm a good judge of character. I can tell." No, you can't, mate. You can't because of X, Y, and Z. Just look at your own data, and you may have fallen foul of a certain
Check yourself
person.
how it is.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not a good judge of character. And I think it's about knowing yourself before you can get to know other people, right?
Yes,
Knowing
that's right.
how you interact and how you respond and react in certain situations. It's about knowing yourself, being comfortable in your own skin.
Mm,
And I think it is right. And some people take the easy route, Mo, right, by going down the same easy path that they want to go to, right.
right,
But
that's right.
earlier on, we spoke about slowing down, knowing when to put the foot on the gas. And sometimes when you're whether it's presenting, whether it's a run or something, or you're handing in an assignment, or you've got some sort of assessment or test. Sometimes, mate, you've got to put the foot right on the gas and you've got to go for it, right? And you've got to go out your comfort zone. You've got to operate in an area where you've got no idea. You don't know what the terrain's like. You don't know where the shortcuts are, what the ground is like. So you've got to go out there and find your way. And I
Yes,
think it is. I think it is possible that people can change, yeah. But we've got to have the appetite. We've got to have drive. We've got to have a purpose. And why? Why do we want to change in the first place? Well, because I'm an arsehole, or I'm drinking too much, or it's drugs or gambling, or whatever your nemesis is, right? Um, but yeah, I believe people can change, but it's got to come within from the heart, right? From the
Yes.
heart. Yeah,
Yes,
I
so
think so.
positive. I
Yeah,
think, yeah, I also think that people can change,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I tried to change some people so much in my life that afterwards, unfortunately, but I'm not losing my hope for humanity. I believe that humans can change, that they are delivering some behaviors that they even don't want changed anymore, that they were played with me. Like that was heartbreaking seeing how they act after doing what they
yeah,
want, unfortunately. But I'm not losing my hope. Never.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And the final, if you could give one powerful piece of advice to safety professionals who are surrounded with such type of energy vampires, what would it be?
Right. So yeah, I'm not the one for giving advice, right? I don't think anyway, but I will share my view absolutely. So
Yes.
whether people see that in advice is another thing. But you know, for me, I think it's about living this what I call my 2 minute world, right? Where
Mm,
I can you can only you can't influence everything, right? You can try to be, and again, it's about leading through action.
yes.
You know, politicians, governments across the world, you know, they do a lot of that. You know, we're going to
Yes.
do this, we're going to invest
Mumbling,
that, but
mumbling.
mumbling. But where's the actions? You know,
No.
if I could give anybody, if I could share a chunk of a slice of the pie, so to speak, I would say just lead by your own actions, yeah,
Yes.
and
Example.
just think
Be an example.
exactly, and just worry about the next 2 meters, worry about the next 2 minutes. You know, if you're going on 100 mile journey, right? If you look for 100 miles on a road, I don't know, in Azerbaijan somewhere or in the US, a road as far as you can see, you've just got to break it down into small chunks, right?
Yes.
And then step by step, day by day, and
Yes.
you will get to the end. You will get to the end, but just focus on your 2 minute world. That's all I say.
That's all. Yes, that's a great idea. That's a great perspective. Thank you for today's meeting, for your talking. I missed it, really.
Big guy, big guy.
Big
It's
Dan.
it happens to the best of us, right?
Yes, yes.
And we've got each other's back. So and best of wishes in securing a new role, Mohammed. Absolutely, best of wishes.
Thank you so much for you too. I hope you will get as best and the perfect place you want as much as you will love this place. At your workplace, at your home place, whatever, I hope you will get the best beyond your imaginations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks very much, Mo. Take care. God bless.
God bless. Bye.
Bye bye now.